Chapter 3, Mishnah 1. Unlike a regular korban, whose holiness is newly created by the person who consecrates it, a Temurah animal gets its holiness from the korban for which he tried to substitute it. Similarly, the offspring of a female korban does not get a new original holiness, rather it gets its holiness from its mother. Because of this, the rules for the Temurah and offspring of a korban are sometimes different from those of regular korbanos. The following chapter discusses the status of the Temurah and the offspring of a korban. These are the kodashim kinds of korbanos whose offspring and Temurah substitutions are treated the same as they are. That is, they are subject to the same rules as the korban from which they get their holiness. The offspring of a shalamim and the Temurah of a shalamim, as well as their offspring, i.e. the offspring of the shalamim and the offspring of the Temurah of the shalamim, and the offspring of their offspring until the end of time. That is, all their descendants, no matter how many generations later. All of these are treated like a shalamim and are offered on the mizbeach as a shalamim. Like a shalamim, they require semicha before being slaughtered and nesachim to accompany the offering, as well as tenufa, waving of the breast and thigh of the slaughtered korban. The next Tana disagrees with regard to offering the offspring of a shalamim as a korban. Rabbi Eliezer says the offspring of a shalamim should not be offered as a shalamim by rabbinic decree, because it might lead people to hold onto the shalamim until it could give birth to more shalamims. But the sages say it should be offered as a shalamim, as the Tanna Kama said. According to the previous explanation of the dispute between the sages and Rabbi Eliezer, the sages permit offering not only the offspring of a shalamim, but even the offspring of the offspring. The next Tana has a different version of the dispute. Rabbi Shimon said Rabbi Eliezer and the sages, did not disagree about the offspring and the offspring of a shalamim. Did not disagree about the offspring of a shalamim, or about the offspring of a Temurah, that it should not be offered as a korban. Even the sages agreed with this. About what did they disagree? Only about the offspring of a shalamim. In this case, Rabbi Eliezer says that it should not be offered, while the sages say that it should be offered. The Mishnah cites support for the view of the sages. Rabbi Yehoshua and Rabbi Papias testified about the offspring of shalamim that it should be offered as a shalamim. Rabbi Papias said, I testify that we once had a cow that was a shalamim offering, and we offered it in the Beis Hamikdash and ate it on Pesach, and we offered and ate its offspring as a shalamim on the festival of Shavuos.